Hola chicas, so we're just going to have a look at the homework I set you last day, okay? So remember we were chatting about using the in Spanish, okay? Remember we said if the word is masculine, you have to use el. If the word is feminine, you have to use la. If the word is masculine plural, you have to use los. And if the word is feminine plural, you have to use las, okay? So we've got el caballo, the horse. 2, los gatos. 3, las puertas. So with gatos here ends in O, where you have an S as plurals as los gatos. 3 here we got las puertas, so we got las puertas, okay? So we know that word ends in S as plural, ends in A, so that's a clue that it's feminine, so we've got las puertas, the doors. Here we've got ordenadores, so our first clue here is the S. That S we know is plural, okay? Ordenador is masculino, so we say los ordenadores, the computers, okay? Here, the next one we got is lápiz, which is our pencil, and that is masculine, el lápiz. Now that one's trickier because it doesn't have the clue with the O or A, so that's one you just have to know it, okay? You have to know if it's masculino or femenino. Numero 6, we have reglas, so we have las reglas, ends in S, so we know it's plural, and ends in an A, which is a big clue, so that is feminine, so we got las reglas. Siete, our big clue in siete is the O. There's no S, so we know it's not plural. So now we know if O is normally masculine, so it's going to be el libro, the book. Ocho, we got la vaca. So A is our first clue here. A is our first clue, ends in A, so that's going to be a clue that it's feminine. There's no S, so we know it's not plural, so we're going to choose our la. Numero nueve. So our first clue we've got here is there's an S. We know it's going to be plural, so it's going to be one of either los or las. Now, this one's trickier because there's no O or A to help us. It's going to be los leones. You had to look that up, okay? The lions. And the last one here is pitara. So we've our first clue. There's no S, so it's not going to be one of these ones here. Ends in an A, so that's a big clue. So it's going to be la. So we've got la pitara, the whiteboard, okay? Hopefully that went okay for you. It wasn't bastante difícil. We're just going to skip ahead now to página 76, page 76. La familia Lopez. Okay, so we had a look at familia. I actually had a look through these questions here, so I'm just going to read through it. Okay, so La familia Lopez vive en Salamanca. So the Lopez family live in Salamanca al oeste, west of Madrid. Son 6 personas en la familia. There are 6 people in the family. El padre se llama Rafa y tiene 42 años. So the dad is called Rafa and he is 42 years old. Es calvo, he's bald. Okay? Y muy divertido. He's very funny. Divertido, funny. Okay? La madre se llama Mercedes. So the mom is called Mercedes y tiene 38 años. And she is 38 years old. Okay? Es simpática y cariñosa. She is kind and caring. Okay? Tienen 3 hijos. They have 3 kids. So now hijos can mean sons, but in this sense here is kids, because we're going to see this. Tres hijos, okay? So she has dos hijos, she has 2 male sons, se llaman Francisco y Bruno. Son inteligentes and simpáticos. So she has 2 sons, Francisco y Bruno. Son inteligentes. They are intelligent and kind. Simpáticos, kind. La hija se llama Neves. So her daughter is called Neves y tiene 8 años and she's 8 years old. Es bastante tímida, pero es muy mona. She's really cute. Mona, there's a new word for it. Muy mona, cute. I think I highlighted that in the last video, okay? No tienen mascotas en casa. She doesn't have pets at home, okay? So let's have a look through the questions, okay? So where does the Lopez family live? So they live in the west of Madrid, or the west of Madrid. How many people are there in their families? There's some 6. There's 6 people in her family, okay? What do we learn about the father of the family? So the dad is called Rafa, se llama Rafa. Tiene 42 años, he's 42 years old. He's calvo, he's bald. Y muy divertido, he's very funny. Who is Mercedes? So, and how she describes the mom is called Mercedes. Tiene 38 años, she's 38. Es simpática, she's kind. Y cariñosa. Cariñosa, caring. Okay. How many children are in the family? So they have 3 kids, okay? And information about them. So they have 2 sons called Francisco y Bruno. They're smart and kind. Their daughter is called Nieves. She is 8 years old. She's very quiet, timida, or shy. Timida or shy or quiet. Y pero muy mona. She's very cute. Is that okay? No tiene mascotas. They don't have any pets at home. Is that okay? So hopefully that was bastante bien. So that was our little bit on la familia Lopez. So muy bien, buen trabajo en esto. Okay, good job. We're just going to flip over the page now to 77 page. Page 77, 77. And we're just going to have this Familia Sanchez, okay? So I'm going to send you out this listing here as a track, okay? I just want you to fill in the blanks as you hear it. I'll send this out like I did the last time on a script, okay? What I want you to do is just want you to fill in, I want you to fill in the gaps here, okay? You're just going to hear different gaps, okay? So I'm just going to translate to help you along with, okay? So you just have to fill in the blank words in Spanish, okay? On the track. I'm just going to translate a little bit to help you. Okay, so La Familia Sanchez vive en, so the living somewhere in the middle. So that's going to be norte, sur, este, or oeste. That's going to be your compass points. Okay, son something personas en la familia. There are how many people? So you're listening out for a number there. Okay, el padre say something. So you can nearly guess what that is. The dad is probably called Guillermo. Y tiene 40 y, and that's another number there. He is 40 and something. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Es rubio y. So he's blonde and something else. Okay. He's blonde and something else. Okay. Here we've got now la madre. So la madre space followed by llama. You can nearly guess. You don't even need to do the lesson to guess what that one there is. Okay. Tiene 40 space. Now she is 40 something. You can nearly guess what that's probably going to be años. Okay. Es pelirrojo y delgada. She is red-haired and skinny or thin. Los somethings se llaman. So los somethings se llaman Simón, Carolina, y Luis. So here we've got los. We've seen this listed in the last comment. So the children are called Carolina y Luis. Simón, something 20 años. So that's our verb that we need. So that's the verb tener is going to go in there. So it's going to be the third one of tener. Simon is 20 years old. And something guapo. That's going to be ser. That's going to be ser there. You're going to need to use the verb ser. So soy, eres, next one from that. And that's going to be the verb tener in there. Carolina tiene something años. So you're listening for a number. Okay. Y es morena. Okay. She's dark haired. Luis tiene. So you're listening for Luis's age here. Y es bajo. He's short. En something. Tienen dos perros. They have 2 dogs and a cat. So you're probably listening for in at home, in casa. They have dos perros and a cat. Is that okay? So you just listen to that little thing there. Fill in the gaps as you hear it and see how you get on with it, okay? And I'll have a touch base with you on that there as well, okay? The other 2 things I want you to do in Página 77 is I want you to, first thing is see this vocab here. I want you to put that into your in your cuaderno, okay, con el vocabulario. I want you to put this into your cuaderno, into your copybook, write in the español and write in the English, write the Spanish and English like you usually do into your vocabulary, into your copies, okay? Put them in and just write them. So these are vocab. So these are your adjectives, okay? And obviously, like these all can they can be O or A as well, okay? Any of the ones with the O at the end of it can. So these are used for masculine or feminine. So you're describing, I suppose, you're describing a person, place, thing. So if you're chatting with a bald man, it'd be calvo. If it was a bald woman, it'd be calva. If you're chatting about a funny girl, it'd be divertida. If you're chatting about a funny boy, it'd be divertido. So just still be remembering that there, okay? The other thing to remember about these adjectives here is if you're making them plural, most of them you just simply have to add an S, okay? You have to add an S. Now, there's a couple here that are a bit different. This one here, joven, we haven't done that yet. You have to add on an ES to make it plural. I think that's the only one, okay? And just remember as well for these, see for grande, inteligente, and interesante, see for as big, intelligent, and interesting, you don't have to add an E for any of those ones because it stays the same no matter if it's a boy or a girl. The only difference you have to make for those 3 is you have to add an S if it's plural. But if it's a big boy, if it's a chica, so you can say el chico es grande or la chica es grande. You're not making no changes. When there's an e here, there's no changes. It stays the same no matter if it's a boy or a girl. All right, those with no change, and the same for joven, no change. The only change comes when you have to make it plural, and the same for those couple there. That's all right. Don't worry too much about it. So why don't you try that? And the last thing I want you to try is whenever you have those written into your vocab copies, I want you to match these up. So you're just matching the adjective with it up. So antipatico means like you're not pleasant, you're not very kind. You're going to match that with simpatico, that's kind. So you're just matching the opposites, okay? Gordo, fat, viejo, old, moreno, dark-haired. You're just matching up the opposites. Is that okay? So 3 things just to show you. So I want you to do this blue box at the top. I'll send you out the track. Fill it in. Put these into your cuaderno, into your copybook, and then match these up. Is that okay? Gracias, chicas. I'm going to organize maybe 2 Google Meets with you this week, so I'll put details up on the stream about that, okay? Muchas gracias.